आता ही आ रहा है कि बहुत नीचे है. अच्छा. Hello everyone. Hello, can you hear me all? I hope you all are having a good day. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone see me? Okay. Okay. Okay, no. We will just begin. Let's just wait for 2-3 minutes, then we will begin. Okay. So, okay, let's start. People will be joining, but let's start. So, good evening, everyone. Today we will be talking about the gamification as a tool for brands. Okay. So, let's first talk about what exactly is gamification, and is it same like a game, or is there a difference between a game and gamification, and how brands can utilize the concept of gamification to their favor. We will also be talking about number of use case and why brands should opt for gamification. So let's start. So first of all, what is a game and what is a gamification? So game is basically a game, which could be a mobile game, PC game, console game, or any sort of game, which primary purpose is for entertainment. It is made by sub of a game. It is made by a gaming studio, right? Where you get all the elements of game. Now, gamification on the other hand is different from games. So, gamification is basically a broader term where brand takes elements from games and incorporates the same into their core app. So, this is what gamification is all about. I will talk in detail about this. So, when I say brands taking gamification is like a brand taking element from a game. So, elements from the game, like what all elements, you may ask. Elements like elements like leaderboards. If you see any games, they will always have a leaderboard. There is a competition. There is a competition between all the players. So that element could be taken into the gamification. Another thing is levels. Another, the next thing could be task, or it could be in a form of in a form of some kind of point system, like a point system, coin system, or any other things which people can collect it, can achieve it by doing a number of activities, right? So this is what gamification is all about. Now, This gamification can be used by brands for different purposes. It could be used for customer engagement. This is the primary purpose what brands are currently utilizing gamification for: customer engagement, engaging their customer, keeping their customer engage with the services, with the experience that they are having. Let's just talk about few examples over here. Like for example, take example of, let's say, Google Pay. We all use Google Pay or any UPI services for day in and day out, right? Now there are number of UPI payment apps, like Google Pay is there, Phone Pay is there, Paytm is there, and many more. Now, people are using payment apps, but what elements do a particular app should add in order to ensure that they increases the brand engagement or making the customer loyal to a specific brand or a specific app? So here, what in this UPI scenario, one example is of Google Pay. So when Google Pay came into the market, right, it came with a concept of getting a scratch card. We their core business remains making payments, bill payments. Either it is of any amount, making bill payments, but along with the bill payments, they added an element of scratch card. Now, if I have to make a payment, one app is giving me a reward and another app is not giving me anything. It is just allowing me to do the primary function. I will, as a user, I will always go for a app or a brand which gives me recognition for using their app, right? So when I go to Google Pay, I make a payment. When I make a payment, I get a scratch card over there. Now this scratch card could be, even it could be a small reward. It could be a 1 rupee reward, 2 rupee reward, or even it could be some coupon, a discount coupon, right? But anything that is there, it's like a achievement, it's like a reward for the user. So user always go towards getting what brand has to offer. Now this is very much this is very much rooted into a human consciousness. So human are basically, they love competition. The humans love being recognized. They love being uh, recognized and competitive. They like to be competitive with the others. They want some kind of rewards every time, even if it is a smaller reward. That is also fine with them. But some kind of rewards always and keeps the user engaged, right? So similar kind of thing has been utilized by number of brands. This is just one example of Google Pay. There is another example like Cred. We all know that Cred is for a credit card bill payment app, but the way it has overall strategized themselves, it has completely changed the way the people are using the app. There are n number of reward points you can play over there. Similarly for Paytm today is not just for the payment, but it's like a super app. You can do a lot of things through the Paytm, right? But how to keep the user engaged? So they have a number of small games embedded into their core app. Now, these all small games could be a weekly game, daily rewards, and number of things they have added. The main objective of doing all this is just to ensure that the user are engaged, the user are connected with the app, and increase the overall brand loyalty. So these are all the primary purpose. Now, if you ask me that is this limited just to a payment app or a insurance app? No. Gamification element could be used by different industries. It could be used for almost any industries. It could be used for retail. It could be used for banking, insurance, stockbroking, right? E-commerce is there, even events, promotions, hospitality industry. There are n number of industries in which elements of gamification could be very well used, and there are several uh, use cases for that, and how it is benefiting brand from time to time. So what we do here at TechWave is that we help we understand the brand requirement, brand objective, what is the brand trying to do. We understand them, we sit with them and understand the complete brief. Based on this brief, we have a team of dedicated team who can very well strategize this, and once it is strategized, we go back to the customer, we discuss with them, we come on the common grounds and propose a different solutions or a different approach that could be taken to implement the gamification strategy. Once the approach is being designed, it's very important to implement it. And during implementation, TechWith helps the brands to not only just implement, but after implementation also to monitor that is it working the way it was thought of, or some tweaks are needed, some enhancement are needed. Based on that, quick actions are taken. Primary objective here always being that what brand wants to achieve, are they getting what they are getting, are they able to achieve their goal of customer engagement, increasing brand loyalty, increasing the per value transaction, or there could be any other objective that they want to achieve, right? So I will just also show you one, just a second, let me just share my screen. Is able to see my screen. So I want to talk more about the gamification. Like I said, that gamification is something that you take elements from game, utilize in their favor for their different business objective, right? Like for example, very simple example, here we have tried to show how lead generation could be done with the help of gamification. Now if there is a simple lead generation, it's very much transactional, right? Transactional in the sense that there is a form, people has to come to the form, people has to fill up the form, give their details and wait for the call to happen. But this could be taken to a very different level. For example, I will just show you, let me just refresh the page once. Yeah, so you can see it's time to gamify your digital business growth strategy, and see this, the way the play button is over here, right? The way the play button is over here, it is very much attention grabbing. I click over here and it takes me to a complete journey. Now here you can see a little game, a small game has being open. Now the objective over here is not to make user a gamer, or be to show them this is how the what are the different games or anything, but to engage them. Example, it says customer loyalty. Now, when a user is playing a game, when a user is playing any game, he is very much engaged. It's a very immersive experience, connected with the brand. And based on this, so this is a very small example. Of course, this could be leveraged into very different solutions. Based on this, you can get connect now and fix to the uh, generation page again. There is a layer between this which helps user to stay connected. Here, some kind of storytelling could be done. Here, some of storytelling could be done where the user is aware what are the different services, what all they could expect from the gamification, and then they are getting something in return, right? So let's talk about more such examples in gamification. And gamification is not just related to the, it's not limited to the digital assets like websites or mobile app. It could go way beyond that. Like for example, if I want to say a brand is there, he wants to make a brand presence through gamification. Now that brand, for example, is not having a dedicated website or a dedicated app, but he still wants to do a gamification exercise to increase the brand loyalty. So in this case, a simple solution could be, there could be a kiosk installed at a various public places like metros, airports, railway stations, bus stops, or shopping malls, etc. Right now, when people come to a shopping mall, for example, they see a kiosk of a particular brand. Now, in this kiosk, there could be a complete dedicated journey design where people come over there, and once they come over there, they can put up their information details in written. Now this is very much important. It can't be just one way, it needs to be two ways, right? It is something that it's not just for lead generation is one way, but after giving a mobile number or giving your details, you should get, as a customer, one should get something in return. It could be anything, it could be a discount coupon, it could be an experience, it could be a membership, or it could be a subscription. N number of things could be done, but this kiosk, if it is designed in such a way that it engages the user, it keeps the user engaged, it gives some kind of a fun element over there, then the user will be much more than happy to share some details, right? So this is what the brand, also brand visibility also increases at the same time. User is also getting something in return, so it's a completely win-win situation for everyone. So gamification could be, apart from customer engagement, there are more use cases of gamification. It could be used for, let's say, product launch. So if a company is coming with, let's say, some new product or new service, and they want to launch it in the market, they want to be the first person. So they need to create a buzz, and this buzz could be created with the help of gamification. Like for example, let's say there is a product launch of a new of a new bike, of a new motorcycle by one of a leading automobile company. Now if they go towards a traditional way to approach this, it would be like a celebrity event or a live event, and that's it. But if this event could be gamified, right, then the overall engagement that will happen, the overall people that will turn around to the come to the event will be much more. The chances of going such a event viral is a lot more. Like for example, if there is a bike, but at the bike launch I have introduced, where the brand has introduced a concept of drive the bike in, let's say, VR. Okay, so bike is there. It's a phygital experience over here where it combines the best of physical and the digital experience together. So consider you are on a bike, on a real bike, but which is stationary and jigged on a particular setup. But you wear a VR glasses over here, and you can drive it in the way you want. So this is how the gamification. This is also a kind of gamification in a phygital experience. Similarly consider such kind of a gamified phygital experience in, let's say, one of the leading clothing brand. Like for example, let's say Shopper Stop, for example. Suppose a person A is going to a Shopper Stop, and he sees a particular dress. Now he or she wants to try it out. But if I have a kiosk over there, and in that kiosk is able to scan a particular person, and in the real time, he or she can see or try different dresses at a time, how cool that experience would be. The people will be more than happy to come to that experience again and again, to Shopper Stop again and again, to that brand again and again. This is what makes a difference. So there are n number of example. Um, widely it could be categorized into three main things. The first, the first being where a brand is having a core business. Like for example, Google Pay core business is making a payment. Insurance core business is ensuring they can people can come over there, they buy policy, claim over there, and so on. An event website or an event app core business could be to ensure that the people are able to search an event, book an event, and so on. Like similarly for a food app also, their main business being into the food delivery. But if I add gamification elements in this, I can increase the duration of time the people are spending on this app. If I add different elements, so if the person is coming, let's say once a month, I can increase it to maybe even once per day also. This is how much if the gamification strategies but is strategized and executed well, this is the kind of returns a brand can get from directly from having user spending opening an app once a month from once a day. That how much difference it could create. Similarly, this is for the people who are having a core app. They want to increase the customer loyalty, who wants to increase the sale, who wants to increase the average time the people are spending on this. So this could all be categorized into one thing where business or a brand is having a core app, it's doing the core function, but to enhance all of this functionality, enhance all of this experience, right? Another kind is something that brand is having a digital asset but they don't want to touch a digital asset as of it, but they want to create a visibility of the brand. Right now when I say the visibility of a brand, this is very well applicable for B2B businesses. Now there are many B2B businesses where there is a no app or no digital, everything is happening offline, but still they want to go viral, they also want to be very well recognized in the market. So um, for them the solution could be preparing a dedicated it could be a short term also a long term also solution where people could come over there, engage with the brand, the different elements that has been designed, and brand in turns get some brand in turn gets the visibility, virality, and the user gets the some kind of a reward system. So this could be categorized as the second type. First type is where the core app is there. Within the core app, all the gamification elements are added to increase the core business. The second is that the gamification is not directly integrated with the core business or a core app, but as a dedicated separate entity to increase the brand visibility. Similarly, the third type could be using all of this element, but in an very new way. Like for example, very much engaging or an immersive way, like an AR, VR, right? So this could be third type of gamification that could be done. Now, if a brand is coming with something very new in, let's say, metaverse, AR, or VR, now it helps the brand to position themselves as a leader. That okay, I am the brand, I am coming with something else, and it creates the buzz in the entire industry. It could be a very small thing. It doesn't need to be a very big thing also, but it creates the right buzz in the industry that oh, I am the industry leader. I have to create this. I have come up with this. So this is the broad three ways in which the different brands could use the elements of gamification. So yes, I think I can see several comments over here. I hope everyone like the today's session. You can feel free to connect with TechWith to understand how TechWith can help your brand, your company to utilize the best of gamification and grow your brand. So yeah, that's it for the day. Do follow us on our social media channels. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.